I really resonate with Ray's ability and choice to have different versions of songs, because that is my constant battle. It's not even a battle, it's an exciting thing, but I always hear my songs in like 2 versions minimum. A slow version with horns and
Love.
backing vocals and the live kind of thing, you know,
Yes.
with like electric guitar, like
Okay.
sultry vibe. And then, you know, the recorded version might be a little bit more upbeat.
Right, okay.
And lots of vocal layers that I wouldn't be able to do in a live setting.
Yeah.
Vocal layers are my favorite. Like I could just record like 10 different parts.
Yeah.
And have like all these percussive vocal parts.
This episode of Music Bible is brought to you by Jack Daniels. Whether it's a concert, a festival, or its history with music legends, Jack Daniels is an integral part of music culture, both past and present. From stage to glass, it only takes one sip to know what makes Jack, Jack. Hello and welcome to Music Bible, where we get a peek inside the brains that are shaping Australian music, from up-and-comers to iconic artists and beyond. I'm your host, Jackson Langford, and today we are graced with the presence of incredible R&B and soul artist Ruby Jackson, and we're here to talk about her music, the Australian music scene, and the relationship between artistry and the algorithm. Dun, dun, dun. How are you?
I'm good. Thanks for having me.
Thanks for coming by. You are a talent. You are a true talent. When I first heard your voice, I was like, they should play this at like doctor's offices. Because I think it has curative properties.
I love that.
Like if you're feeling a bit ill, like tickle in the throat, you throw on some Ruby Jackson, you're like, I'm better, I'm rejuvenated.
Get that medicine in.
Exactly. Do you have any artists that do that for you?
Oh, 100%. Oh my gosh, so many. Right now, I'm loving the queens that are popping off, like Ray.
Yes. Well, she's like an icon for so many reasons.
Yeah. And I love that everyone's just getting onto her songs that she's been releasing recently, like Where's My Husband? But then like I've got friends who are now going back to her old discography being like, how did I miss this? And I'm like guys.
She's been doing the thing. And also like I feel like it was so brave of her to do what she did.
Yeah.
And like it could have gone the complete other direction.
Yeah.
And she really just like stood up to like the man and won. But enough about Ray, although we do love her here. Ruby Jackson, what is your first memory of falling in love with an Australian artist?
Oh my gosh. So back in the day when I was studying at the con, I was mates with a bunch of jazz musos who were also at the con who were in Rissa's band.
Oh, okay.
Rissa is an amazing R&B soulful queen of Sydney.
Yes.
And she's honestly like the artist who was like in the community who was doing so much for me. Like I was and am such a fan. But it was so crazy. Like I've got memories of talking to my mates who would play horns for her shows, and I was literally like, oh my gosh, I can't even imagine like meeting Rissa.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was just like she was an early influence, and it was really cool just to see someone in the scene doing that thing, and like killing it, and someone who just had the voice of an angel. And I couldn't wait to meet her. And anyway, like laps around the sun, and now we're singing for each other in different contexts.
Oh, that's so nice.
Yeah.
Wow, that's very full circle.
Very full circle. But yeah.
Do you feel like she's a if you know, you know type of artist? The more people need to get around Rissa?
I mean, she's definitely got a crew.
Of course.
She's been doing her thing.
Yeah.
And it's so awesome watching her evolve and her music blossom, and yeah, she's just going down a gorgeous lane, and I think, you know, she's got the right people around her.
Yeah. Well, is that a lesson you've sort of like perhaps subconsciously taken from her, to surround yourself with people that are going to sort of help your vision, your artistic vision? I guess
I've been pretty lucky to just from the get-go have
Oh, really? Okay.
have people around me already, like just naturally, I think, like going through uni and studying music and naturally just meeting all these incredible musicians, but also growing up with a musical family. I just think, I've been in a very good position for a while.
It almost feels like you were destined to do this. Like you were never really going to do anything else because like if you grow up in a musical family and then sort of gravitate towards like-minded musicians when you're studying, you know, you were set up for success in that way, I feel.
Yeah.
Would you agree?
I guess so, 100%. But it's funny because when I was coming out of high school, it was only really right towards the end that I thought, oh, maybe I should do music after this.
Were you singing like in school? Did you study music in high school?
I was singing, but I was shy. I was really shy at performing in front of people. But I loved writing music, and the composing side of things I got into in like year 11 and 12. And that's when I fell in love with jazz. But I also was I was always creative, and I actually really wanted to study filmmaking and like make movies, but I also wanted to write music for movies. So I was like, well, which lane do I go down?
But it's all in the same world. It's all like method of storytelling, creative storytelling. Would you ever, is that hunger for, I guess, filmmaking still there?
Yeah.
Would you do it?
I think, you know, I could dabble in that at some point.
Oscars coming your way. Yeah. Grammys, Oscars, it's all happening. We touched on your songwriting a little bit before we started recording. But again, what really strikes me about it is that like you really just take me there. Like I know exactly what I'm looking at. You sing it and I can envision it. It's such beautiful lyricism that's never weighed down too much by metaphor, which I think is a tightrope walk that maybe some artists sort of can fumble sometimes. Online recently, there have been discussions over like what makes a better songwriter. Is it poeticism? Is it showing like how much you know the English language, or is it bluntness? Is it like delivery, like you know exactly what this artist is talking about, which is better? I'm wondering where you stand on that, because obviously you toe the line, but I think the imagery is so vivid that it almost doesn't really matter if you're using a metaphor or not, because I know exactly where you are. I know exactly the cafe you're sitting outside when you're singing about it. Yeah. Where do you stand on that versus idea of like poeticism versus bluntness in songwriting?
I mean, I love listening to both pockets, to be honest, and I really appreciate the songwriters that have that poetic feel. And I know so many songwriters who are so amazing at the way they write, and it's not necessarily so much here I am in this cafe or wherever we are.
I ordered a brownie.
And instinctively that's not my way of writing, but I love it so much and I'm in awe of it. And I don't necessarily think it's one or the other. I think if that's the pocket that you write in, that's obviously, you know, that's your instinct and you kill that and it shows in the song.
Do you think it takes a different skill set to do one or the other?
Possibly.
Yeah. Well, so you touched on, I guess, like the instincts you have as a songwriter. How do you view your own songwriting? Because obviously, like, I have my opinion of your songwriting, but how do you view it?
I think it is very much like where I am, how I'm feeling in that moment, and just kind of observing situations and telling my view of that and how I think that's going down, or whether it's like I'm writing about someone else's experience or mine. I think, I do tend to just lean into the picture painting and the feelings that I have and how to like encapsulate that.
Right. Okay. Well, on the picture painting, I've noticed a motif in your music is that you sing a lot about the sun. And I don't know if you've noticed this. Lots of references to the sun and lots of references to the sky, which it struck me as interesting because you have a sort of warm quality to your voice. Do you think are artists overlooking nature as a source of inspiration in 2025? Because clearly it must influence you to some degree.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm in love with beautiful scenes.
Yeah.
Whether it's like nature or it's my friends or it's like certain relationships. But yes, I love to like romanticize, or I think it's romantic enough already.
Yeah, I was going to say, are you one of those people that romanticizes your everyday?
I think so, but I do kind of think,
That's nice though. You know, I like that.
Yeah.
So you're sitting here at MUSICbible and it's just a beautiful, fantastical, romantic experience sitting in this lovely studio with these big bright lights. But I feel like, does romanticizing your everyday help you songwrite?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah. And, you can take a scenario and then you can kind of make it into something else in the songwriting world, which is so fun.
Is that your favorite part of songwriting?
Yeah.
Or one of?
Yeah. Because I think for me, when I get the inspiration for a song, I really crave like inspiration in terms of like something needs to happen, obviously. Like you need to go out and experience the world to then have the inspo to write.
Yeah.
I'm not someone who can just write a song, and make something up in my head, or
right.
I can write like melodies and chords and everything always and forever.
Yeah.
And I've always got that flying around in my head. But when it comes to words, a song is going to flow so much more when I've got that experience.
Yeah, exactly.
I kind of lost trail of what I was getting at, but
no, I get what you're saying. You need something tangible to happen to you to write a song about it, as opposed to like you can't just write a song imagining this thing that happened that didn't happen to you for you to feel like the product is going to be authentic.
But then I guess I realized, when you do get that one little thing, it can be something so small to then
it blossoms
make it into a world of music.
Exactly. Well, speaking of worlds of music, you just appeared on the incomparable Dean Brady, his most recent release. And you and Dean, and I feel like people like Boy Soda, who we were talking about before, people like Kian, you represent this sort of new wave of R&B and soul in Australia that is just like full force. Do you think the soul and R&B scene in Australia is underrated?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Why?
I mean, I guess being in Australia where we're so like far away from everything else, and also Sydney's full of bubbles, and even more so in music or any creative industry, like whether it's like the rock scene or the surf rock scene or the pop scene. And it's a real like you got to know what's going on, like you know if you know. And I'm so fortunate and stoked that I know what's going on and that I know all the amazing musos that were around.
Well, do you think the Sydney music scene or any music scene this could apply to would be better off if those bubbles were burst?
It's interesting because like, bubbles aren't such a bad thing.
No,
and it's, I don't know, like it's not weird that we have got such a separate thing going on. And I am feeling like the more time that goes on, there is like a natural overlap happening.
Crossover,
because there's also like soul artists who are less than the R&B thing, but I feel like I'm just noticing more recently that just through like mutual connections and just like admiration for each other, we're finding ourselves in more of the same circles.
Yeah, of course.
Which is awesome.
Totally. Well, I think another thing I've seen you champion sort of online over the past couple of months is you've been pretty vocal about your love of community radio. And I feel like we're at a stage now in the music industry where people are sort of worried about like, playlisting and streaming and all this other stuff. And how are we finding Australian artists to listen to if they keep getting sort of pushed aside to quotas on radio and stuff like that? Do you think community radio is the solution?
I think community radio is so important and like such a beautiful thing because like the hosts I know that run community radio are so passionate about music in the local scene. Yeah. Like it's so beautiful and there needs to be more awareness of that. And I do think Sydney need to tune into community radio a lot more.
Of course.
Like,
I agree.
yeah, it's not getting the attention it needs. I think it's like really good in Melbourne. I think I get a vibe that.
You heard it here first. Melbourne does community radio better than Sydney. Hot take.
That's right. But just from like players and friends that I have in Melbourne, you know, we have these chats and naturally we're going to compare the cities.
Yeah, of course.
And the music scene. And it seems like people are a lot more tuned into local music down there.
Interesting.
But again, Sydney is a bigger city.
And Sydney has so much talent. It's like so ripe and just like ready to be harvested by listeners. How do you think we get people listening to community radio? Sorry, that's a big question for you to put on your shoulders. But how can we fix this?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess maybe like, you know, all the artists, like we should be chatting more on community radio and draw more attention to it and
give me the love back. Maybe
we should be listening to it more ourselves because we're getting played on those radio stations, but I don't personally listen to radio a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Like I don't drive, so I'm not like, that's like the spot where radio is happening unless you got it playing in the kitchen, which I should actually start doing.
Honestly, I've thought about doing it recently. It feels like there's an element of nostalgia there that I think I'm really missing if I was like doing the washing up and just popping on the radio. But then again, like I don't have a radio. Do you own a radio?
No. But it should be. We should get onto this.
We should. Okay, you and I are going to take this offline, and we're going to circle back, and we're going to bring old school boom boxes back. Watch this space. We love chatting to the music legends of today and tomorrow, but Jack Daniels' legacy goes all the way back through to the legends of music's past. Want to know how one of the world's most famous musicians, aka the King of Swing, took his Jack? 3 or 4 ice cubes, a splash of water, a traditional rocks glass, and 2 fingers of JD. And he loved it so much, he was actually buried with a bottle of it. Already a part of music's history, Jack Daniels is now a part of music's future, helping to share the stories of Australia's best up-and-coming artists. All it takes is one sip to know what makes Jack, Jack. Ruby Jackson, are you ready to get sidetracked?
Let's go.
Not that you have a choice. Okay, so... Well, I've written this so bluntly. Songs are getting shorter. And people are claiming it's to serve, the algorithm. Are we witnessing the death of freedom in art to prioritize marketing? Just a really lighthearted question for you. For your Tuesday morning.
Ooh, let's go. I think that's been happening.
Yeah.
Like I've had chats with music makers and the circle that I'm in about songs being short, and I've also felt in the past like I need to have, a short song, or it'd be good to have a song that's like pretty straight to the point and you've got like your chorus and
do you feel the pressure to do that?
To be honest, no.
Okay.
Like I've just had chats about it and in the past, and I've noticed that that's a thing, and maybe that's what we are meant to be doing. But I think it's actually been a bit of a fleeting thought for me because I don't really feel the pressure to do that.
Which is good.
Yeah, and I love old music so much, and some of my favorite songs are like 6 minutes long with the most extended outro that you just want to stay in forever.
Bring back outros. I've been saying it for years.
Yeah.
What happened to the outro? Like in the 90s, every song would have the chorus that would just like fade out. Mm-hmm. Missed the days. Sorry. I just had to intercept you there to talk about my love of outros.
Yeah, and it's like, I reckon, more than less people probably agree with that.
Yeah.
I mean,
ask the room. Should we bring back outros? Yep. We're getting a resounding nod from the people in the room.
But I think like don't create boundaries for like how your song should sound. Like,
yeah, well, I feel like now songs, like it's common for a pop song, for example, to be 2 minutes, God forbid, shorter. You're someone that grew up in the jazz space. A 2-minute song, that like 2-minute song in jazz, to me, who has less of a knowledge of that scene, that feels like sacrilege.
Yeah.
Or like unspoken, because, jazz is so fluid. It's so expansive. It can go any way.
Yeah.
Do you think you have it in you to write a song that's like 1:50?
I mean,
that's a full thing. That's a full song. I should say.
Well, there's definitely a world where songs are meant to be that long. You know.
Okay. Yeah.
Like one of the songs that I recently finished writing is, I think, this is not a minute. This is like 2 minutes something. So maybe that's a bit more of a standard length. But there's been songs that I've written where I've written it to its length and totally not related to the marketing side of things. I've just been like, that's how long it should be, and I'm not going to add another section because I think it needs one. I'm like, that's
okay.
That's the vision of the song. And
well, do you think, I guess, when we think about the really big I mean like famous songs that are quite long throughout history's past, if like Bohemian Rhapsody comes to mind, is there a world where you think people are trying too hard to write an epic? Is it okay? I'll rephrase the question. Is it harder to write a short song or a really long song? Because you've just said that you do give it what it needs.
yeah.
Do you find something more difficult if you're like at 5 minutes? You're like, no, there's something still missing.
Yeah.
Or if you're writing a 2-minute song, you're like, I think it's done, but like, should it have more?
Yeah.
You know, do you struggle with either of those things?
100%. I think I've found myself in times where I'm like, this chorus feels so good. I wonder if it needs to happen again, or or is it just they can listen to it again and it's a moment
and they can run those streams. A win-win-win. No, that's fair enough.
But I'm all about like moments in songs.
Yeah.
And not feeling the pressure or need to like have that moment happen again, because it's like it's a little Easter egg in the song.
And the more it repeats, the less special it gets, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it could repeat and it could be awesome. It could be bonkers. Yeah. But I think there's something special in having like a beautiful section of a song and not needing to bring it back. But in saying that, you know, I've also had times where I'm like, okay, this section is feeling really good and I want it to keep going. Like sometimes you just close your eyes and you just have to listen to your ears and think, does it want to just keep writing?
I feel that. I feel like there are some songs that I listen to that I'm like, I wish this was just a little bit longer so I could keep on that feeling. But I guess you just said I can just press repeat.
Yeah.
and all as well. I've got some quick fire questions on this topic for you. Are you ready? 2-minute songs or 8-minute songs? You have to choose.
2-minute songs.
2 minute. Interesting. I
just contradict myself?
No. I was like, I just, oh my God. Okay. There you are. No, I love it. What's the perfect song length? And I'm going to need a number. I almost went through your discography and worked out an average for this to see if it would match.
Really?
But then I was like, that's a little intense, Jackson. You need to chill out.
I'm going to say, wow, this is really hard. And this is like, I'm getting...
This is what we do here at MUSICbible. We want our artists stressed.
4 minutes.
I agree. 3.5, 4 minutes. I'm down for.
Yeah.
Are bridges an ancient text? A forgotten text?
A forgotten text?
Yeah.
Yes.
Are we team bring back the bridge?
100%.
What's your favorite bridge? What's an iconic bridge that comes to mind? Literally stroking the chin, thinking about this.
This is such a hard question. There's so many awesome bridges.
I know. I feel like late 90s pop really just did. You'd pick any song out of that era. But I think, don't you go?
Sorry.
No, you
Swooping
go.
in.
No, go for it.
You just reminded me of the 90s.
Inspiration struck you.
Mint Condition. Nothing Left to Say.
Yes.
Do you know that song?
I vaguely. I don't know the bridge. Is this the bridge?
Nah, it's a chorus.
Oh.
You wouldn't remember if I sang the bridge, but the bridge is crazy.
Why though?
They just send it. Like I think the thing about a bridge is like you've heard the chorus and that is like levels.
Yes.
And you think it can't get any better, and then it does. And it's a moment, and
then usually that final chorus is like big and, you know, sort of almost operatic in like its scale.
Yeah.
Okay, mint condition.
Yeah.
Nothing left to say.
That's it.
We have the rec. We'll be streaming it later. Our final segment, Ruby Jackson, my favorite segment, message in a bottle.
Okay.
This is the bottle. Inside it is a message that is somehow dangling. I don't know how I did that. Witchcraft. This has been left by a previous guest.
Wow.
I have not read this question. And no one else has. So this could be literally anything could be on here. And we're going to get you to unfurl this, read the question aloud.
Oh my gosh.
And answer it. I believe this one is signed by the artist, so you can shout out the artist who asked you this. They didn't know it was you.
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's like, Ruby, I
read it?
really like your shoe. Oh my God. Okay, yes. I'm scared.
In the last 5 years, what's an album that made you want to quit music?
Whoa.
Love Jack Gray.
What? Jack Gray? Oh
Jack
my!
Gray.
I didn't know he had that in him. Made you want to quit? Well, I guess this could be taken many routes.
This is a crazy question.
Yeah, that's rogue. It could be quit as in like this album is so bad, like, or it could be quit like this album is so good.
I can't like name and shame an album right now.
Well, it depends on how you take the question.
Yeah, that's true.
I guess, well, for the purposes of not naming and shaming, what's an album in the past 5 years that was so good you were just like, I can never top that.
Okay.
Bonus points if it's Australian.
Oh.
No, it's okay.
I have to dive into the world of...
No, go for it. Wherever your mind takes you, I want you to follow that route.
I think I first of all thought of Malibu Anderson .Paak.
Yes.
That was definitely not in the last 5 years. That was
iconic nonetheless.
Yeah. That album is like, it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That was like 100% like core influence for songwriting for me.
Is there an album in the past 5 years that you could have seen yourself on? Does that make sense? Maybe to improve it, maybe to not.
Oh, interesting. Yeah, seen myself on maybe in like I love this feels very me way.
Yeah.
Ray's album, 21st Century Blues.
It's an iconic body of work.
It's really iconic. And you know what? It's actually, I'm going to make a plot twist here. It's not the recorded version, it's the live with the symphony version.
Oh.
I really resonate with Ray's ability and choice to have different versions of songs, because that is my constant battle. It's not even a battle, it's an exciting thing, but I always hear my songs in like 2 versions minimum.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. Well, like say you heard a song in 5 versions, what would those versions be? For the listeners at home that sort of aren't in your brain, could you describe those different versions?
Like a slow version with horns and
love
backing vocals and the live kind of thing, you know,
Yes.
with like electric guitar, like
Okay.
sultry vibe. And then, you know, the recorded version might be a little bit more upbeat.
Right, okay.
And lots of vocal layers that I wouldn't be able to do in a live
setting, yeah.
Vocal layers are my favorite. Like I could just record like 10 different parts.
Yeah.
And have like all these percussive vocal parts and yeah.
Do you switch it up when you perform? So if there's these versions in your head, are you like, okay, well today I'm going to go for this like stripped back version. Today I'm going to full send it with a 9-piece. Do you know what I mean? Does it depend on the setting, like what version you perform?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. But
that is like real musicianship right there. I feel that is like, that truly separates like you from the rest. That is like deeply impressive.
well, it's been like stressful sometimes because a part of making a record or just music, like you've got to make a decision on how you want to execute that song.
Yeah.
And sometimes I've just gone for the first vision I had in my head and it got made effortlessly. And then experiences after that, I've found myself recording the way I play it live and then realizing that's actually just for the live scenario. and trying to figure out how I want people to hear the song with fresh ears when it gets released.
Got you.
It's just like two different worlds. But I think maybe in the past I've thought, I got to fix that. I got to sort that out. But actually embrace the fact that I'm hearing this song in multiple worlds. And
fair enough.
And don't be afraid to give people those different versions, because that's what I'm hearing in my head. And at the end of the day, I want to paint the vision that I'm hearing for everyone.
Beautifully said. There is a second part to this. Can you guess what you might have to do now?
Write a little question for someone else.
There we go. She's seen this film before. But you are going to go with the first thing that's in your head. No multiple words with this one.
Okay.
I'm not going to see it. I'm not going to read it until the next guest.
Now I've got to roll it up really nicely.
Oh, I can do that for you. If you
great.
Well, thank you so much, Ruby Jackson, for stopping by.
Thanks so much for having me.
You're an absolute delight. Where can the lovely people at home check you out on the social medias?
All the social medias, the Instagrams.
What's the handle?
Rubes Jackson.
Rubes Jackson.
Yeah.
RUBES.
That's right. You nailed that.
It's almost as if I follow you. And now everyone else is going to as well. MUSICbible Australia is a Val Morgan digital production and part of the LADbible Australia network. Make sure to hit subscribe or follow so you don't miss an episode. And if you like what you hear, rate us 5 stars and tell your friends to tune in.